time, I'm in Devon, exploring a part of the coastline that's become known as the English Riviera.
Hello. Hello there.
I'll be going in deep.
Oh, wow.
To discover intriguing places.
This is heaven.
And inspiring sights.
I've never seen dolphins this close.
So get on board for a sun-drenched exotic adventure. This 22-mile stretch of shimmering seas, pristine beaches and pretty harbours may look like the south of France, but it's actually Torbay.
This is just stunning.
And it certainly seems to have more than a touch of Monte Carlo about it.
English Riviera sounds amazing. As soon as you say it, in my head I've got Audrey Hepburn, I've got beautiful coastlines, I've got a bit of glamour, a bit of 1920s luxury. It's good that I look exactly like Audrey Hepburn as well. Just sort of fit in.
But film star looks won't help me find my way around, so it's time to get my bearings.
So let's get the map out. So I am in Babakum.
I'm planning to start here, then head to nearby Torquay, travel inland to explore the ruggedly beautiful Dartmoor, before returning to the coast to complete my journey at what is considered to be one of Devon's prettiest towns, Salcombe.
It's a lovely little contained area. Sometimes on the trips I go on, there's 17 maps and I have to travel all around the place, but this is a beautiful, beautiful, short but sweet, gorgeous journey around the English Riviera.
And I don't have to go far for my first adventure. More than 200 feet below Babacombe's lofty promenade sits the idyllic Oddum Beach. And thankfully, there's a pretty nifty way of getting there.
Hiya.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Great, thank you. Are you open just now?
Yes, we are open,
Oh,
yes.
lovely. It just looks so exciting from the outside.
Babacombe Cliff Railway started running in 1926 and relies on electric motors and counterbalances to haul the carriages by cable. This gorgeous piece of engineering is operated by Lydia Crossan.
Was it built for people to arrive at the beach less sweaty, is what I'm thinking?
Yes.
Yes?
If you think about all the costumes, the long dresses and corsets that they wore in those days, yes.
And tell me about your association with this place. How long have you been coming to it?
Well, we used to come to Babacombe on holiday when we were children, and then we moved down here when I was 14, and I've still always used it. So I bought a season ticket to use the railway.
Just go up and down?
Just to go up and down, yes.
Wonderful. So I previously had some dodgy experiences on roller coasters. Tell me what the speed is like on this. It's not like Alton Towers where it drops,
Definitely not. The journey itself is 2 minutes, and the carriage travels at about 500 feet per minute.
Okay.
So it's very nice and slow.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
thank
thank
you,
you.
darling. Wow. Holy macaroni, this is beautiful.
It looks like I'm in for a real treat.
What a wonderful way to get to the beach. I tell you, it's going a bit quicker than I thought it was going to go. Heaven. This is heaven. That was just a perfect slice of absolute joy.
You can see why they went to the effort of building the railway. Oddum Beach is absolutely stunning.
All you can hear are the waves and the birds. It's people swimming. Tell you, if I lived here, I'd be in that sea every single morning. I really would. Hi, Mommy.
I said if I lived here.
Feels like I'm abroad. It's just wonderful.
I'm starting to understand why it's called the Riviera.
I could stay here all day. I've just started my journey, and I don't want Helen to think I'm neglecting her.
And I reckon she'll love what I've got in store. A race to the top, me and Helen, versus the railway.
It's going to be a challenge, Helen, but you're up for it.
It takes around 2 minutes for the carriage to get back to base.
See you later on. See you.
That's how long we've got to make it up the winding cliff road. Abiding by the speed limit at all times, of course.
Oh, no. Oh, OK, OK.
Not that Helen likes to go that fast anyway.
Oh, the cliff rail was ahead of me. It's ahead of me.
Or maybe it's me who prefers a more genteel type of racing.
Thank you. We're doing a stately glide up a cliff road. OK. Oh, dear.
Has it been 2 minutes already?
Now, Helen, I want you to know that I don't mind that we didn't succeed. I love you for who you are.
Let's face it, the result was never really in doubt.
Tell you something, our brakes work better than you would think.
I like to make sure Helen's always well maintained. Right next door to Babbacombe lies the Riviera's grandest resort, Torquay.
Whenever I'm on holiday and I stay in a hotel, and I've stayed in lots of hotels, and it's a wee bit, you know, I always think of the classic sitcom, Fawlty Towers, which was set round here in Torquay.
It was here that show creators John Cleese and Connie Booth were inspired by an outrageously rude hotelier, and from that they created one of Britain's most treasured comedies. The hotel that inspired it, the Glen Eagles, is no longer here. But I'd say the site is a worthy place of pilgrimage.
It's now a retirement home and it's called Sachs Lodge, after the wonderful Andrew Sachs who played Manuel. That wee memorial to a great British sitcom and a wonderful actor. It's really lovely.
Fawlty Towers aside, Torquay has a long reputation for gentility and elegance. And now I'm going to find out why.
So I'm on my way to meet a gentleman called Kevin, and he told me to bring a parasol with me. And of course I did. I mean, for goodness sakes, why not?
I'm glad to oblige, particularly for local author Kevin Dixon, who knows all about this area's history.
It's lovely to meet you. English Riviera. Where did that name first come from?
It's the English Riviera because it's supposed to look like the sort of Spanish and French Rivieras and Italian Rivieras. And if you look around, it does. You still see all these plants that are imported from the south of France.
Apparently, when Napoleon was rampaging across the continent, staycations became increasingly fashionable. And here in Torquay, the well-to-do created their own version of the Med.
One of the things I love most of all about Victorian seaside resorts is they always built it so you could be seen, so you could promenade. Promenading is one of my favourite things in the world.
The whole town is designed around that. The idea was, officially, it was to get the fresh air and a bit of exercise, but really, it was to show off.
It's like going to the gym these days, when you see people who go to the gym and they stand in their new gym gear and they do that a couple of times then look around.
And it's what you're wearing.
And thanks to Kevin, I've come well kitted out.
I have a parasol. Now tell me why parasols were important in those days.
Everything was about reputation. And it was all about etiquette. And if you sort of made a wrong move, you could not only damage your reputation as the lady, it could sort of ruin the reputation of the entire family.
Brace yourselves, Mum and Dad. I'm giving it a go.
Tell me some of the things I could communicate to a gentleman who's promenading.
As they walk past, right. Now, Susan, could you lift your hand up a little bit? That's very nice. So if you're walking along and a gentleman would think, oh, she is inviting my acquaintance.
I'm walking along.
Yes.
And I see, oh, look at that one.
Yes.
And I hold my umbrella up a bit. Which says,
just a little bit, not too over the top. You don't want to get that reputation, do you? So, yeah.
That's basically that. I come and get it.
Just sort of waving it around and say, I'm coming here.
Or maybe something a little less risque.
So, if I've got my parasol on my right shoulder.
That would suggest that it's okay to speak to me.
And then my left.
Oh, that's the other way. That is saying you're too cruel, you're unacceptable, I'm pushing you away. But it might be a little bit of a come on anyway, you never know. So.
Just love the fact that they couldn't just go, I think you're quite attractive.
Yes,
Don't go on a date.
Can I buy you a drink?
Let's do all of this kind of stuff.
Communicating with a parasol is a complicated business, and apparently it can get very serious indeed.
Don't drop it.
What does that mean?
Oh, no, if you drop it, it means I love you.
Or you're just clumsy. Well, if you excuse me, Kevin, thank you for the conversation. I'm going to go and flirt with some strangers. I'll see you soon, Kevin.
Okay,
Thank
bye-bye.
I always have to carry myself differently when I'm promenading. Shoulders back. Because I'm displaying myself in a peacock fashion. Gives me an extra sense of gravitas, I think, the parasol. Hello. Hiya. Hello. I'll switch sides. You're very nice. Hello.
Hello there.
Why do I keep using this voice? I don't know what this is. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. One's in love, aren't they?
Lucky man.
Coming up, I go hunting for surprises on Dartmoor
We found it. Absolutely.
and discover even more on the coast.
I've never seen dolphins this close.
I'm now heading about 25 miles back to the coast and the bustling port of Brixham.
It doesn't matter how often I travel around. I am always surprised and a little bit stunned by how beautiful places are. I really am.
At one time, Brixham was known as the mother of deep-sea fisheries. And apparently seafood still plays a major role in this pretty town.
Hi there.
Hi, how you doing?
Can I come on board?
The scallops from Brixham are said to be amongst the very best. So scallop diver Fraser Pugh has invited me to see how they're caught. But first things first.
Scallops or scallops?
Scallops. 100% scallops, yeah.
If you say so, Fraser. But you can't argue with how he gathers them. A wonderful aquatic adventure. And I've heard it said that the sighting of one particular creature is a good omen for sailors.
As if the day couldn't get any better, behind me are 5 dolphins. I've never seen dolphins this close. And what's brilliant is there are crowds of people all along the harbour watching them as well because it's so beautiful. Here they go.
And perhaps that means good luck for the rest of my journey.